This broadcast is partnered by Venice AI. Have you ever thought about what an AI is doing with your chat history? Did you know that Alexa listens in to recommend products and Meta retargets us based on what we click? Most AI platforms like ChatGPT store everything you say and attach it to your identity. They even tend to share it with third parties or other unknown entities. One may ask themselves, why am I handing over my data so easily? That's when today's partners come in. Venice AI. Venice AI prioritizes privacy. It is a private, permissionless AI platform that keeps your data safe. As a creator, I personally use it to brainstorm video ideas, create thumbnails, and also use it to clean up any posts I put on social media. I'm not the best writer, so it's always good to have something to make sure what I write is understood and readable. So if you're ready to level up your experience and keep your privacy intact, you can sign up using my link, venice.ai/Alyx, to get 20% off its pro plan. So don't miss out. Level up your AI experience with Venice AI today. We have new King and Queen of the Ring winners. Cody Rhodes, Jade Cargill have won their crowns and will head to SummerSlam to compete for their respective championships. CM Punk gets screwed. We're going to talk about it right here in Alyx's World. Hello all, and welcome to Alyx's World, a safe space for wrestling fans like you. I'm your host, Alyx, just Alyx, and we're here to talk about WWE United Champions 2025 live in Saudi Arabia. This show was stacked. It had a lot going for it. Did it deliver when it was time for the show to start? When it was all said and done, is this one of WWE's best shows? I'll be honest with you. It was good. It was good. Wasn't great. Wasn't spectacular. It was actually one of the shows that was easy to sit through. The stuff I watched, I was entertained by. You're not going to believe what I thought was match of the night. I'm actually still thinking about if that is match of the night. The fact that I'm even thinking about it lets you know how good it was. But everything went down exactly how you predicted. Cody Rhodes versus Randy Orton. Who did you all predict would win? Cody Rhodes. Guess who won? Cody Rhodes. Jade Cargill versus Asuka. Who did you all predict would win? Jade Cargill. Guess who won? Jade Cargill. John Cena versus CM Punk. Who did you all predict would win? Yes, it was John Cena. Every outcome that you predicted would happen literally happened. There was no shock. There was no awe. No surprises. No swerves. It was a safe 3-hour show. Now, just because it was safe, does that mean it was bad? No. I thought it was a fun show. I thought it was overall effective and productive. Storylines were advanced, and nobody was hurt by it. Now, let me just get into the King and Queen of the Ring. King and Queen of the Ring. That was easy for me to say. Sorry. Winners here. Cody Rhodes beats Randy Orton. We all saw this one coming. I still feel like the finals should have been Sami Zayn versus Cody. You would have actually gotten a lot more out of that match. And even though Cody still would have won, let's just be real, I still feel like at least there would have been a lot more emotion behind it. Now, what we got with Randy and Cody was great. Fantastic even. I thought they have impeccable chemistry. I feel like what they did here, though, with Cody and Randy was interesting because both of them had their heel moments, right? Both of them felt like they were teetering on the edge of, let's just say, selling their soul to the big boss, to the final boss. Both of them. They kind of had that ring to it. Oh, what's this? This is coming from, I believe, former Super Chat champ. Yeah, former Super Chat champ King Mike Todds. Thank you so much for being here, sir. I will read that later. Don't let me forget. But it was interesting watching that match, seeing them both tease going heel, which I kind of liked. It's looking like Randy ultimately will be the one to go heel. I'm thinking Randy most likely screws Cody at SummerSlam, because I was thinking it might be a little too soon for Cody to win that belt, if Cody should win the belt at all. But yeah, they basically teased Randy going heel, and Cody is going to get his rematch against John Cena at SummerSlam. And look, I know people want John Cena to end his career as a babyface. I'm sorry, but with the way they're booking him, I don't think that would work out. In your head, what you want, I don't think is what they're going to do. They've already established that John Cena can't win matches clean anymore. He's old. He's lost his step. He lost that pep in his step. He's slow. He can't win matches clean. Everybody kicks out of his AAs now, so he has to use the championship. He has to cheat. He's established that. They've established that. If he goes back to being a babyface, he's just going to lose his matches. That's all he's going to do. He's just going to come in, lose his matches until he retires. Is that what we want? Is that what we really want? At least this character is compelling. At least this character is entertaining. Yes, he's getting cheered. Of course he is. But that's not really an excuse. For me, it's not a great excuse to just throw it all away, throw away compelling storytelling, because in our heads, we feel like for his final retirement, he should be a babyface. We should allow the fans to cheer him. Okay, well, you can cheer them. You can cheer him as a heel. We're getting some members in here. I appreciate the members for showing up. I always appreciate when it says become a sponsor. That means you became a YouTube member, by the way. I need to change that. I always appreciate people who contribute to the channel that way, and I appreciate that. And I am going to read this stuff when we get to the Super Chat Championship portion of the show. But it's incredible to me when you start to think about the stuff that John Cena is doing right now and how entertaining it is. The stuff with him and Punk. Oh, I love seeing CM Punk impersonate the Doctor of Thugonomics gimmick. I love seeing Cena reenact the pipe bomb. You wouldn't be getting this stuff if he was a babyface. So this is fun. And unfortunately, I think they're just too far in now to backtrack to him being a babyface. So you might as well just finish off his career as a heel. You might as well. How many more months does he have? Like 6 more months? That ain't a lot of time. So if he's going into SummerSlam as a heel, so that's already 2 months down the drain, that means he'll have 4 or 5 months left to be a babyface. Are we sure we want that for Cena? I would prefer John Cena finish his reign as a heel and then end his career as a babyface. Maybe he does something at the end of his reign that turns him babyface. That's the best way to go out. But no, don't turn him face in the middle of his reign. Have him lose the title because fans have buyer's remorse. Oh my god, I didn't think it was going to be this bad as a heel. Well, guess what? This is what you're getting now. I love it. I'm enjoying every single solitary second of him as a villain. And you're not going to see me complain whatsoever. So, I hope the plan is for Cody to go to SummerSlam but lose. Whether that's because of Randy Orton interfering, or, dare God help us if this actually happens, The Rock actually shows up and costs Cody Rhodes again. Like he should have done at WrestleMania. I think that might be the main reason they're running it back, so The Rock can make up for WrestleMania. But here's my thing. If you do Cody and Cena here at SummerSlam and he loses, I don't think Cody should be the one to end his reign. I'm sorry. If you do Cody versus Cena and Cody fails to beat Cena at SummerSlam, someone else needs to end the reign. Who is that? LA Knight. R-Truth. Ron Killing, excuse me. I don't know. Figure it out. Make it somebody. I would prefer John Cena put someone else over. I would prefer he put someone else over that isn't established yet. I don't want it to be Cody. That sounds mean, but I don't want it to be Cody. I think Cody would be a great champ, maybe down the line again with the right story. I have nothing against Cody, especially if he's a heel. Oh my goodness. But should he be the one to end John Cena's reign? I don't know. These memberships are making me happy. You're getting a lot of members joining. Please keep joining. Keep joining the family. I love it. Was that Drew Usher? My boy Drew Usher. Good to have you. But no, I'm not saying Cody can't be the champion. Please don't get me wrong. I have nothing against Cody being the champion. I just don't think Cody Rhodes should end John Cena's reign. Now, who that should be? Someone said Sami Zayn. Why not? Why not? We got plenty of people we can build up. Fuck it. Obafemi from NXT. Move him up. Have him be John Cena. What a way to establish Obafemi. Right? You bring Obafemi in and instantly make him a world champion. Wow. Yeah, Cody just makes it too obvious. Cody is like, of course, Cody. That's how I feel about it. It's like, of course it's Cody. Of course he's the one to end the reign. So, regardless of whether it was Sami Zayn or Randy Orton, Cody was going to win this match. Bar none. Someone said Roman Reigns. Fuck it. Why not? I would prefer it to be Roman than Cody. Can I be real with you? If you ask me to choose between Cody Rhodes or Roman Reigns to end John Cena's reign, I'm picking Roman Reigns. I'm picking Roman Reigns. I'm sorry. Oh, he just went through a 3-year. I guess he's going to get a couple more months. I'm picking Roman over Cody every single time. Sorry. So, let's see what happens. I'm curious to know what the buildup is going to be now, since we're clearly leading to another rematch of WrestleMania. I mean, are we going to have The Rock come back this time? Maybe if we do something where Cody is teasing turning heel, The Rock will actually want to get involved this time. If you give The Rock what he wants, he'll want to hop on with the program. If you don't give him what he wants, he's just going to pretend like he doesn't care and just go to Hollywood and do whatever. So, I don't know. Maybe we can find something for The Rock to do that he likes and enjoys. We'll see. Let's talk about Jade Cargill. So, another one we predicted. I need to watch my words here. So, I love Jade. I think her backstory is something we all should keep in mind. She is someone that has struggled to get to where she is. She's a mother, of course, a wife, and someone like that who actually does love the business, that actually really wants to be good at what she does, I'm always going to support. And I understand why the WWE is pushing her. This woman has the potential to transcend the business and become a Hollywood megastar. And I mean that. You look at Jade, you look at someone that's unique. She has the presence. She has the stature. You can put her face on a poster and it would sell. She has the look. But when that bell rings, you don't know what you're going to get with Jade. Some days she's great. Other days, not so good. Tonight, not so good. Honestly. Asuka carried her to a halfway decent match. And I have to consider that when I'm thinking about her being the top women's champion. See, I don't have to worry about the in-ring aspect when it comes to Tiffany Stratton. I know the match is going to be great with Tiffany. But the opposite problem with Tiffany is that she doesn't have the stature. She doesn't have that superstar presence that Jade Cargill has. So what do we want here? Do we want someone who's great inside the ring, or do we want someone that looks the part but doesn't deliver? Unfortunately, I think WWE wants to go with the looks over what happens inside the ring, and I don't know if that's a good idea right now. And I've been thinking about this for some time. Unless the plan is to have Naomi cash in at SummerSlam, which I think the plan is, and I better see her cash in. If we're doing Jade Cargill and Tiffany Stratton at SummerSlam, I better see not only Naomi cash in, but successfully cash in. Maybe even have Bianca come back and screw over Jade as well. Prolong Jade's win. Have her work a little bit more inside the ring. Get her more reps. And then once we are confident that Jade can carry a match by herself, I'm all for her being the top women's champ. But I feel like that's the only thing holding her. It was the same thing holding her back in AEW, but AEW protected her. WWE is not. Triple H is not going to protect her. Triple H has a standard. She needs to meet it. And if she doesn't meet it, trust me, Triple H will cut her. Listen, Triple H is ruthless. Him and Nick Khan, they do not play. If you do not meet their standard, they will cut you. They will take you off TV and never use you again. And let someone else come get that spot. And that's why I'm a little worried where Jay's about to get a position where if she doesn't meet the standard, they're going to cut her. And I don't want that for her. I don't want that for Jade. I'm a little worried this might be a little too much too soon. Just a little bit. Now, she could end up proving me wrong. They might give her that spot, and quite frankly, she might do very well with it. Maybe it's one of those things where she'll learn on the go. Who knows? But as it stands right now, I'm a bit concerned with them giving her this push. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. And people are saying maybe she should have gone to NXT first. I wanted her to go to NXT first. I wanted her first year to be nothing but NXT. Because I feel like that would have worked better.
Asuka likely winning Battle Royal at Evolution to challenge IYO at SummerSlam. Jade vs. Tiffany at SummerSlam. Jade wins, then Naomi cashes in and wins.
Yeah, and that's probably what they're going to do. Because I think even WWE realizes this might be a little too much for Jade right now. Let's get her to SummerSlam. Let's tell this story. And let's have Naomi screw her and then prolong the journey a little bit longer. You know what I mean? I think that's what they want to do. But if they want to give Jade this spot, fine. I hope she can handle it. That's all I'm saying. I'm not advocating that she shouldn't win the championship. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just expressing my concern about her being able to handle that position. Because that is a very, very lucrative, very important, heavy position. And Tiffany Stratton, to her credit, she's carrying that position very well. Very well. I think her character and her promo skills need work, but I love the fact that Triple H and WWE realized that and said, all right, less talking. Less talking with Tiffany, more wrestling. And it's helped her. They're accentuating her positives, hiding her negatives. She stopped with the cringy promos because they stopped giving her promo time. Which is smart. It's cheap. She should be able to meet the standard in terms of character and promo. But at least they're protecting Tiffany. You're not going to be able to do that with Jade because her weakness is inside the ring.
Hey everybody, how was the BLOOD Money PPV?
Damn.
Smiley face.
I saw what you did there, Johnny Bravo. CM Punk had to apologize for that. He had to apologize for it. But you know what I'm saying, right? I'm not trying to tell you guys that Jade Cargill should not be women's champion. You will never hear me say that. I am always going to advocate for Jade being a women's champ. She is exactly what WWE needs right now to help elevate the women's division. But I want Jade to be in a position where she's the one elevating the division and not the division elevating her. You get me? Does that make sense? I don't want it to feel like Asuka, Alexa Bliss, Becky, Bayley, and all these women have to carry Jade and not the other way around. Jade Cargill should be in the position to carry everybody else, right? I don't think that's where she is right now. To be fair, Tiffany's not there either, so maybe I should shut the hell up. But I want that for Jade. Maybe this is just me being too hard on her. I don't know. But we'll see. She won Queen of the Ring. She's going to fight Tiffany Stratton. More than likely, what we're going to see is Naomi cash in. Maybe even Bianca Belair get involved. I did see that Bianca Belair is scheduled to return for Evolution. So she'll be back. Because when was the last time she wrestled? Wasn't that April? Oh yeah, she'll be good by freaking Evolution. If not SummerSlam. So she'll be coming back very soon. The last thing we'll get into before we get into the full show discussion. That main event. How we feeling about that ending? Because I know a lot of people got some thoughts about it. Look, I already knew that Cena and Punk was not going to end clean. There was going to be some shenanigans because every John Cena match since WrestleMania has had some shenanigans. It is what it is. There is no such thing as a clean John Cena match now. He can't win clean anymore. That was already established. He has to win with the championship. The championship is how he wins matches. Not the AA, not the Attitude Adjustment. I hate that name. The FU. It's the championship. So, there's gonna be shenanigans in every John Cena match. I'm sorry. That is what it is. So, I already knew there was going to be some craziness. I didn't think it was going to be to the extent that we got with Seth Rollins coming out. I remember I was watching it with A&B Combos, Wrestling Edition. They're here, by the way. And as Seth Rollins and his crew, I don't know what they're called, but the crew comes out, Bronson Reed, Braun Breaker, they start attacking CM Punk, and then John Cena starts jumping in and helping CM Punk. I'm like, what is going on? What the hell is happening? Did Cena just turn babyface out of no fucking where? What? And then Sami Zayn came out. And then, was it Penta? And then Penta came out. And I'm just like, yo. Thank you, Kingville, for the 99 cents. I appreciate that, sir. And you're like, this is a hot mess. All these interferences that's just happening out of nowhere. And then you see CM Punk and John Cena shake hands, and then Cena hugs Punk, and then you see him getting ready to recreate the not WrestleMania moment, but Elimination Chamber moment. I don't know why I thought it was at WrestleMania. It should have been at WrestleMania. Elimination Chamber moment where The Rock and him turned on Cody. Yeah, he tried to recreate that, but CM Punk was smarter, caught the feet, was going to do the GTS, but then Seth Rollins gets in there with the briefcase and knocks out Punk, and then Cena capitalizes. And it's one of those things where you just kind of go, should I be mad at that? Look, John Cena, he's treating these matches now as if they're movies, as if they're television shows. This guy is not trying to have a 5-star classic. So if you view the matches more as a movie fight, as a television show fight, which is what professional wrestling technically is, but there's a certain system and certain method and, you know, certain things that make it unique from other TV show fights. But regardless, if you just see it as a regular movie, TV show, popcorn fight, it really doesn't bother you as much. For me, I was fine with it. Because I've already accepted the fact that John Cena is not going to win all his matches clean. This is it, man. These are his matches now. They're the kind of matches that Dave Meltzer is going to hate. They're all going to get 1-star matches. They're all going to be 1-star matches. They're all going to get 1 star. All of them. Not a single one would get above 3 stars. I promise you. But that's just how it is. That's what it's going to be. That's what he wants to do. He wants to ruin wrestling. And it just feels appropriate. The same thing's going to happen with John Cena and Cody Rhodes at SummerSlam. If you honestly think Cena and Cody are going to have a classic match, a 5-star classic, fuck no. All kinds of shenanigans are going to happen. Might involve The Rock this time. I'm trying to manifest The Rock coming back. I should give that up. It'll most likely involve Randy Orton before it involves The Rock. How about that? It is what it is, guys. It's nothing against anybody that feels like WWE has gone too far. They want to get back to traditional main events where it's a competitive 30-minute spot fest with drama and near falls. We're not going to get that for a while, honestly. We're just not. But I still feel like this is appropriate. The way they're booking John Cena, because he's lost all of his matches since 2018, the only way for him to win now is to cheat. So it's playing into the story that he's on his last legs. This is a guy past his prime that's clinging on to a spot that he has no business clinging on to. He can't let it go. And someone needs to put him out of his misery. I think it makes sense. Now, if you don't find it entertaining, that's fine. I'm not going to tell you whether you should like it or not, but this is how they want to book it. It's compelling TV. People are showing up to the arenas. Who are we to say that they don't know what they're doing? So, I'm going to enjoy it while it's here. We asked for a John Cena heel run. We're getting a John Cena heel run. It is what it is. Let's go ahead and move things along, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to go ahead and do the preliminary stuff. Say hello to the people. We're going to do the Super Chat Championship round 1. And then we'll get into my live discussion of the entire show. We'll break down more of what we saw. But we'll go match by match. And we'll talk about the crowd, the atmosphere in Saudi Arabia. Thank you all so much for being here. You could be anywhere else here in the YouTube space. You chose me, and I'm grateful for it. So if this is the first time you're watching me, do me a solid favor. Like the video, subscribe, and click that bell to catch all my content when it comes out. Wow, you're adding help expand the brand by doing the following things. Join the membership, click that join button, and get the opportunity to request a video of your choosing, whether it's a live reaction, a hot topic, or a review, past, present, or future. Also, don't forget to give thanks. Hit that super thanks. If you would like to donate after the fact, you can. Also, like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, just Alex Central. Give me a follow on Instagram, give me a follow on Spotify, give me a follow on Cameo, give me a follow on Threads. Follow us on Discord, follow me on Blue Sky, where the skies are clearer, and give me a follow on TikTok, where I am the tickest of the talkest. Donate using PayPal, Patreon, Cash App, Venmo, and yes, Super Chats are officially on. You can donate at any point in time during the broadcast to get your thoughts played live on the air. Email me at justalexsworld@gmail.com for business inquiries, just to say hi. And please get yourself a t-shirt today at Pro Wrestling Tees and Teespring. Are you a Just Alex guy? Then join the club. Get you an I'm a Just Alex guy t-shirt. Hot out the press. Also get you an old school Deluxe Man t-shirt. Get you a new school Alex's World t-shirt. And many, many more t-shirt designs coming your way. So stay tuned. Join the cause. Expand the brand today right here in Alex's World. I want to thank all you lovely people for continuing to make me a part of your day. It is good to have you here discussing Night of Champions live in Saudi Arabia. Please show your love to the Mod Squad, Ultra, Shine 97 5 Star Heart, Elias, Ademi, New Japan Pro Wrestling Go, Khalil Dust, everything. Highway Dylan Danger. We also got Teflon Don, the Mud Father, Zeno, Enigma, and of course Big MGM, because they all help keep this a safe space for wrestling fans like you and like us. Before we get to round 1 of the Super Chat Championship, ladies and gentlemen, please be sure you like the video, because the more you like the video, the more opportunities I will be given to be recommended here on YouTube. So help boost. Got it right that time. Your algorithm by hitting that like button. Alright, so here's how the Super Chat Championship. This is the International Super Chat Championship, by the way. Not the World title. The World title is being defended at SummerSlam. This, my friends, is the International Championship. How you win? Just be the one to donate the most money throughout the entire stream. So if you end up donating $50 and that's the highest amount, you are the new Super Chat champ, and you will get to defend your belt once again at SummerSlam, night 1. But the thing is, and let me just say this too, when it comes to this Super Chat International title, I want you to understand something. There's be sharks in these waters. If you coming for this championship, you better be ready to empty them pockets. Because Drew Usher, JB Snacking, and maybe someone else, they be coming for this title. So if you come for the king, you best not miss. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's open these rounds up. So I did see a couple of donations / memberships earlier. Let me go back and read those really quickly. This one comes from former Super Chat champion, world champion, King Mike Tots. He says, yo, how have you guys been? I refuse to watch these events when they go over when they go over there to Saudi Arabia. Blood money. So it looks like I'd be skipping Royal Rumble because I don't support them going over there. Cody is secretly working with Seth's group. That's an interesting take there, maybe. Asuna Luna, who's been a member for 2 months. I just want Punk to win the title one day, please, WWE. Oh, it'll happen. He'll win it one last time before he retires, I promise you. By the way, big shout out to King Mike Tots, who's been a member of the channel, the Elite status for the record, an Elite status for 45 months straight. 45 months. That's almost 4 years. He's been a member of the channel for almost 4 years. Speaking of members, Drew Usher, the current International Super Chat champ, defending his belt tonight, just became a member. Good to have you here. All right, so kings are a fool. Is it King Sorful or kings or a fool? I'm not too sure. Oh.
WWE and AEW emo have hit a wall in my opinion. Creative is so up and down, doesn't make sense to me. I just feel like the product sucks, not what it used to be. Triple H doesn't have a clue, and Tony IDK man.
Well, Bryce Blackwell, tell me how you really feel. Goddamn. Okay, well, I was getting ready to say kings or a fool is what I thought how you said his name was, but kings or a fool wasn't elite with like $5, and then Bryce Blackwell said, nah, just took the lead with $10 right there. So that's interesting. That's an interesting take to have, though, because a lot of people are saying that. A lot of people feel like both WWE and AEW creatively are not doing their best work. It feels like they both kind of hit a slump. I mean, we can all disagree or agree to disagree if you want. I think AEW, I agree with you there, but WWE, I don't know. Here and there, they're doing some good things. I can't say it's all fantastic, but I'm not going to say they're in a creative slump either. But again, we all have our tastes. Agree to disagree. King Mike Todd says, if they have a WrestleMania go to Saudi Arabia, he's not watching. He ain't watching. That's interesting. Alright, so while these guys get their super chats in, let me go ahead and start doing these shout outs. Thank you to the following people for being here. I see Zach Minger, 4300. He says, hello, Alex and everybody. Hello, Mr. Zach. We got JJ, who let the dogs out? Who said that? Who? JJ Bulldog. Trey Lucado. Phenomenal Jericho, 8197. Did I say that right? Phenomenal Jericho, 8197? Or is it 8197? I don't care. What's up? Good to have you here. Sandy Mans, because there's like 2 X's, so that's why I gave it the Z. Sandyman XX96. How you doing? Dro Davidian. Good to have you here, Dro. I also see, let me scroll down a little bit. I don't miss anybody. Let me scroll down some more. And when I see some new names, we already know about King Mike Todd's former Super Chat champ. Kingville 24. Alfredo Leva. Good to have you here, sir. Anthony Saxton. Good to have you here, sir. Of course, Super Chat champ Drew Usher is in the building. Good to have you here, champ. Andre Lavandero. Andre Lavandero. Good to have you here, sir. By the way, let's go ahead and show some respect to royalty. You know him, you love him, Everyone show your love to the premier reaction channel here in the YouTube space. Say hello to A&B Combos Wrestling Edition. If you have not seen their reaction to Night of Champions, I would recommend you go and watch it. I feel like their score of the show was fair. They didn't really think it was like spectacular. It was just a show that was very predictable. And it is what it is.
Only blood money that's going to be spent is trying to take this title.
Drew Usher, ladies and gentlemen, has let people know, if you want some, come get some. Because he ain't letting it go. He already said that you gonna have to break the bank if you want this title. That's what I like to see. That's what I like to see, mister. Drew Usher in the building. Thank you for being here, sir. If you coming for the king, you best not miss. What did I call you? The savior, right? The savior! We got Johnny Bravo. Good to have you here. Dwayne Sweetney, who's not a fan of my take about John Cena. Completely understand. It is with TTs. It is with TTs. We got Bobby Means. We got, speaking of Bobby Means,
I'm not confident TK All In is looking worse by the day. SummerSlam could be pure cinema though.
yeah, I'm actually more excited about SummerSlam than I am All In, which, that's interesting. Like, a few years ago, I would have said the complete opposite. I would have said the complete opposite. Even a year ago, I'd be like, I don't know. I think All In last year was a fantastic show. But they had a main event I was actually looking forward to. So, we appreciate you guys for your donations. Your patronage is very much appreciated. Lonzo21217, Adam Rader, good to have you here. Angela Lockwood. I also see Torin2099, Shadow Star, WWE Movie Maker. WWE Movie Maker. Do you make movies, sir? Do you make movies, sir? Let's do a couple more. I'm feeling generous. Feeling very generous right now. Sean Swaby, baby, in his house. Let me scroll down a little bit more, just kind of cut through it. Did I get everybody? Did I actually say everybody's name? Because I'm not seeing any new names here. Well, if I can't find any new names in the next 5 seconds, I'm gonna just go ahead and move things along. Because I think we're good. All right. Well, either there's a lot of people here and I'm having a hard time seeing all the new names, or I literally say everybody's name. So, all right. Thank you all so much for making it for this live stream. I'm gonna go ahead and move things along. Round one, of course, will go to Drew Usher with $20. And people, I told you, if you come for the king, you best not miss. He isn't planning on spending a lot of money. Trust me, he's just like, all right, I'm gonna only spend what I can. But we gonna see. I think Bryce Blackwood, he's at 10 right now, so he could literally be like, 50. We'll see. We'll see how this goes. All right, so we're going to go ahead and move things along. Please be sure you like the video, but also give me your scores. Give me your grades about the show. What would you rate this show? 1 out of 10. 10 being the highest, 1 being the lowest. A, B, C, D, F. You let me know. But let's talk about it. Let's go through the show, top to bottom, my overall feelings about it. So, to me, the best part of the show was the crowd. The crowd in Saudi Arabia, any crowd that is foreign, they bring a whole different energy to the show. It feels big time. It feels blockbuster. Because we're spoiled. We as WWE fans, we are spoiled rotten. Those people, they don't get this kind of show. They don't get these shows at all, rarely. So when you go to a new environment, like Mexico, like Perth, like France, Paris, Puerto Rico, Saudi Arabia, Japan, the energy is going to be a lot different because they're actually hungry for professional wrestling. They don't get it a lot. We sometimes appreciate it. Other times, we don't. We get it too much. We're spoiled rotten over here. We really are. We're spoiled as hell as Americans. But, man, I don't know. I feel like crowds like this can make or break a show. Because if it's really, really bad, the crowd will hijack it. But if it's really good, even if it's just good, they'll elevate it to the next level. And a lot of these matches on here, I felt like were elevated because of that crowd. I loved it. I might have my issues with Saudi Arabia and the entire reason why we're going over there, but they're still fans. They still love wrestling, and they still bring an energy to the show that matters, right? And so ultimately, yeah, I thought the best part of the show, honestly, was the crowd. The crowd really made this show feel special. We got to better up our game. We got to step up our game, man. We as Americans, we're spoiled rotten, and we got to do better. We got to do better. So, they opened up with Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton, which was an interesting choice. They probably wanted Cody and Randy to get the hell out of there as soon as possible and catch their flights back home first thing. Because, you know, Cody has a daughter. Not saying everybody else doesn't have kids either, but, you know, they probably have other means of being okay with where they are. So they opened up with Cody, Randy. Match was fantastic. Crowd really helped here. I thought it was interesting watching both of them have their moments where it felt like they were going heel. Like Cody was targeting Randy Orton's back viciously too, to the point where fans were booing him. Like fans were like naturally getting behind Randy Orton and booing Cody Rhodes, which was, look, again, if they want to turn Cody heel, he's a natural at it. He's a really, really good professional wrestler that knows how to make fans boo him without him even trying. But later on in the match, you see Randy Orton get a steel chair, remove the turnbuckle pad. He starts to cheat a little bit. You're like, oh, okay. So both of them are tapping into their dark sides here. Interesting storytelling. And ultimately, Randy Orton is the one that falls victim because he had an opportunity to go for the punt kick and he backed off on it. He backed off. He showed weakness. He hesitated, just like Cody did. Cody hesitated at WrestleMania. Well, he didn't hesitate here. Randy did, and it cost him. So, Randy ends up hitting the turnbuckle, rip first, and then Cody hits him with the crossroads. So, yeah, if they want to turn Randy heel, they have a path to it. I'm thinking that's exactly what's going to happen. I'm thinking, one way or the other, I don't see Cody winning at SummerSlam. I hope he doesn't, if anything else. They might still have him win, and then we'll do Cody and Randy. I don't want it to happen. I don't want it to happen, y'all. But, yeah, I feel like what they want to do here is set up Randy and Cody in the future, with Randy being the one to go heel over Cody, keeping Cody a babyface. Or maybe it is one of those things where Cody might end up going heel and we'll keep Randy babyface. We'll see. I think the first option is more likely, though. Cody winning the crown. I've already talked about it in detail at the beginning of the show. Again, I don't mind Cody winning this match. I just wish it was more compelling. It would have been a lot more compelling if it was Cody Rhodes and Sami Zayn. For me. Because you wouldn't know where it was going to go after that. Cody probably still would have won regardless, but it would have been a lot more interesting. And Cody going after John Cena for SummerSlam. Like, unless The Rock is going to be involved, I think I'm good. You know? Because I already know what's going to happen. You know Cena's going to cheat and then retain. So, there's not a lot of incentive for me to want to watch this match. At all. And the other option is Cody beats Cena. And I'm not interested in that either. I'm not interested in either one of them. But that's what we're getting. Those are our options. What else are we going to do? That's what we got. That's what we're dealing with. So let's see what they end up doing. So Cody is your new king of the ring. And let's see where they go with that. Next match is surprisingly one of the best matches of the entire night. Arguably the best match of the night. Street fight. Raquel Rodriguez versus Rhea Ripley. Yeah. You heard that name right. Raquel Rodriguez versus Rhea Ripley. They had an outstanding street fight. That match was so goddamn good. Easily one of Raquel's best matches. If not her best match. No, screw it. It's her best match. It's her best, not just NXT match. This is her best match, period. Across the board, since she started wrestling with WWE, NXT and main roster. I love this match. This was fantastic. They beat the piss out of each other. They have great chemistry. And you can tell they're friends. You can tell on purpose they sell for each other and make each other look as good as possible. Those are usually the best feuds. The best matches. Two people who are friends in real life. You even had Roxanne Perez go out there to help Raquel Rodriguez to tie in that storyline. And apparently it's looking like Roxanne's going to be Raquel's new tag team partner for the women's tag team title. Sounds good to me. And that's another story involving Liv losing everything, Roxanne taking everything away from Liv, and blah, 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 blah. So, yeah, I thought this match was great. I was a little worried about that finish, though. I wasn't worried about anything else. Love seeing Rhea get tied up in the ropes and getting hit with kendo sticks. That was great. Loved seeing all the crazy bumps that they were taking. That was just nuts. Rhea taking off her belt, whipping whipping Raquel Rodriguez. But she did whip Roxanne as well. She whipped that ass, that's for sure. But the ending was kind of scary because they had to stand on top of a table that was stationed on the turnbuckle, and then Rhea had to hit her riptide on Raquel, who's a big girl. So I was a little worried about that. Finish, especially right before it, Raquel almost broke the table. And I was like, can y'all use a different table, please? Because when I saw that she put it on the turnbuckle, I automatically knew what they were going to do. Because I thought about Kurt Angle and Shane McMahon. And I said, oh my God, please don't break. Please don't break. I was worried when Rhea and Raquel got on top of that table. But they hit it. They were able to hit the riptide, and it looked good. So, it's looking like Rhea's about to go after the women's title again. I think that's always been the plan. The plan is to have Rhea go after Io Sky because, yeah, she hasn't been able to beat Io Sky. So that's her storyline. Raquel and Roxanne will become women's tag team champs. Someone give them some kind of a sage. Give them some sage. Someone cast a spell to protect them because them titles are cursed. Them titles cursed. They are cursed. It's actually kind of scary when you consider the type of injuries that have been coming from these titles, because they're not even like regular injuries. These are freak injuries every single time. Just scary stuff. But anyways, yeah, that's what we're going to be doing with that. Sami Zayn versus Karrion Kross. Now, I have been talking at length about Karrion Kross being involved more on WWE television. I think this is a great performer. I think he contributes a lot. And I love the story. Subtle, but I love what they're doing with him and Sami Zayn. Karrion Kross trying to break Sami's moral code, trying to force Sami to give in to his dark instincts, because he needs to see that Sami can fail and then only be successful when he's cheating. Because if Sami can be successful doing it the right way, that means Karrion Kross is a failure. That means him himself has to admit to the fact that I'm just not good enough. I just can't do it. Even when I cheat, I'm just a failure, right? It's this whole idea that the business eats up good people like Sami Zayn. And I was hoping for that to be shown here in this match. It wasn't. It was just a match. Was it bad? No, I thought it was decent. It was a decent fight. But the problem is, and I mean this, the problem with Karrion Kross, he's a character first and a wrestler second. And so I care more about the story that he's telling than the matches he has. And usually, especially in NXT and other companies, they would focus their matches around the story. The story when it comes to Karrion Kross. They don't focus that much on the in-ring aspect. But they didn't do that. They sadly just kept it focused on the in-ring aspect. And it wasn't as good. Decent, but I wasn't blown away by it. I don't want to be an asshole when I say it. This was a decent match. I'm not going to go back and watch it. Sami Zayn wins, and he wins clean. Alright. It doesn't really advance anything. It's just a match. That's all I can say about it. Honestly. Let's see what they do. Let's see where they take Sami. I think Sami should go after the world title. I think it should be Gunther and Sami at SummerSlam. I hope Karrion Kross stays involved. Plays the devil on his shoulder. Plays, of course, the Joker to his Batman. I think you got something compelling. I think you got something compelling with Sami here. Let's see what they do. Next up is the United States Championship match. Jacob Fatu. You better get in where you fit in. I'm all gas, no brakes with it. Yeah, I mean, I love it. Love it. This guy is, he's so good. He's a hoot, ladies and gentlemen. He's quickly becoming one of my favorites on SmackDown. He's a catchphrase machine. But we all knew how this match was going to end. Again, like I was talking about at the beginning of the show, everything you could have predicted about this show happening literally happened. When we saw Solo Sikoa versus Jacob Fatu, everybody and their mama said that's when Hikuleo debuts. Now, we didn't expect Tonga Loa to come back. That's a surprise. But yes, Tonga Loa did return, and he attacked Jacob Fatu, but that didn't do much. What really put a nail in the coffin was the debut of Hikuleo, who's like 7 feet tall. And you can't teach that. Bottom boom, really skies in the room. How you do it? Sorry. Wrong 7 foot guy. 7 foot tall Hikuleo. He is huge. So just so we're clear, Jacob Fatu is not a small dude. Matter of fact, hold up. How tall is Jacob Fatu? Yeah, Jacob Fatu's like 6'3", 6'2". Yeah. He's not short. Well, Hikuleo just towered over him. Hikuleo made him look like a cruiserweight. And so, it's about time he debuted. I was getting a little worried about Hikuleo, whether he was going to debut or not. I was like, oh man, please debut soon. Please debut soon. Please. I would hate for you to get cut before anything happens. But, yeah, I was, a little concerned about what they were going to do with him, and then they debuted him. And because of his debut, Solo Sikoa ends up winning the United States Championship. So this feud will now continue. Jacob Fatu will now have a reason to get some help from Zilla Fatu, Lance Anoa'i. There's a big slew of Samoans. Jimmy Uso. Maybe even a little bit of that Jay. Ooh! I'm just saying, like, Jacob could bring in his own group, and I'd be for it, quite frankly. So, we'll see what they do. Tonga Loa would probably be on the sidelines until Tama Tonga comes back. I think Tama Tonga is dealing with an injury. So, when Tama Tonga comes back, we'll see more Tonga Loa. But in the meantime, yeah, Solo is probably just going to have him on screen. This is Solo's first championship, right? This is his first singles championship on the main roster. I think so. Go for Solo. And I like this revamp of his character. He's a lot more entertaining. I like when he steals people's taunts and has a little fun with it. Good stuff. I love it. So, let's see what they do with it. Clearly, it's going to get all the way to SummerSlam. There will be a rematch. Jacob will most likely win the title back. But we'll see. We will definitely see what we end up doing. Give me your thoughts about the debut of Hikuleo, if you don't mind. Queen of the Ring Tournament Finals, Asuka versus Jade Cargill. Match was solid. It was essentially Asuka carrying Jade. This is why I say Asuka carried Jade, because Asuka was working on Jade's leg throughout the entire match. And then when Jade starts making her comeback, she stopped selling the leg. And I'm just like, it was funny because there was a point in the match where Jade did a kip up and she was completely fine. And Michael Cole literally said, well, I'm surprised Jade could even walk straight after getting her leg attacked. I was like, yeah, me too, Michael Cole. Anyways, the match was fine. It was fine. Jade does win pretty decisively, if anything else. And she will go on to fight Tiffany Stratton. So here's the thing. Let me talk about this. Jade was booed in this match. Jade got booed. And I'm not just talking about, well, it's Saudi Arabia, they don't like women. No, it wasn't even that. Like, they popped for Rhea Ripley, right? They were even cheering a little bit for Raquel. They were cheering for Asuka, but they were booing Jade. And it does have me a little worried. It has me a little worried about whether they're giving her everything too soon. If they're giving her a push that she's not quite ready for, or the fans aren't quite ready for her to be in. They're not quite ready to receive her in that position yet. I'm not saying they won't. It's just right now, I don't think they see her as that person, as that lady, as her. Right? There's him, and then there's her. They don't see her as her. Tiffany Stratton is great inside the ring. Personality-wise, but she makes up for it as an excellent in-ring performer. Jade Cargill is the opposite of Tiffany Stratton. What she doesn't show inside the ring, she makes up for in terms of stature, in terms of presence, in terms of the look, in terms of that superstar, megastar presence. You put her face on a poster, it will sell. That's why Jade Cargill is getting the push. And that's perfectly fine. I'm just saying, if you're going to get this push, meet the standard. That's all I'm going to say. Tala Tonga. Is that Hikuleo's new name? Oh my god. So Tala Tonga. Oh my god, I'm going to get this mixed up. Tangaloa, Tala Tonga. All these Tongas. Alright. Whatever. But, yeah, apparently Jay is going to be going on to SummerSlam to fight Tiffany Stratton. Naomi better cash in. That's all I'm going to say about that. I just think Naomi needs to cash in. I don't know if Jay's ready. I don't know if fans are ready for Jade, if anything else, for that spot. And then the main event of the evening. John Cena versus CM Punk for the final time. Undisputed WWE Championship. Crowd was hot for it. Crowd loved it. Crowd was saying this is awesome for it. It was good. It was good. I'm not going to say it was awesome. But like I said, treat it like a movie. Don't treat it like a traditional wrestling match. You see John Cena trying to beat CM Punk with the FU, the attitude adjustment, not working out. He hit him 3 times with the AA, the attitude adjustment, and CM Punk kicked out every single time. Resilience. It is what it is. The crowd was really rowdy for this match, by the way. I love seeing it. Of course, you see John Cena go for the belt and all that kind of stuff, and then the shenanigans happened. Again, I know a lot of people don't like the fact that John Cena is cheating in his matches. It's the same kind of ending every single time. Shenanigans here, shenanigans there. He's going to always use the belt to win. Yeah. Interferences out the wazoo. Like in this match, as soon as Cena went down, Seth Rollins' music hits, and he comes out with the briefcase. You're like, well, I guess Seth Rollins is going to cash in on John Cena, right? He's going to cash in on CM Punk. And then all hell breaks loose because Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker. I love how Seth did the tribute to the Messiah. Did the whole, and they all went in there to attack. Well, they attacked CM Punk, but they also attacked John Cena. And so what ended up happening is that Cena and Punk ended up working together to fend off Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. And then Penta runs out. And then Sammy runs out to run off Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed. And then we see John Cena and CM Punk shake hands. Cena gives him a hug and then does the death stare, the aimless stare like he gave to Cody. And he goes to low blow Punk. Punk catches his leg. Goes to hit an a GTS, an STS, the fuck? An STS. Whatever the hell that is. He hit an STS. No, he hit a, he was going to go to sleep, and then Rollins hits him with a briefcase. Yeah, while this was all going on, I said to myself, is Roman going to come out? Where's R-Truth? Where's LA Knight? You know what I mean? Let's see. All right, we're stepping into FanFest, so we'll catch everyone a little later. Smash that like button. Thank you for a great stream. No problem. Thank you, A&B Comics, for being here. So, after all that, John Cena retains with the help of Seth Rollins hitting Punk with the briefcase and hit him with the curb stomp, and Cena just capitalized on it. So, I knew this was the match that we were going to get. I wasn't very surprised at the kind of match we were getting with CM Punk and John Cena. Would I have preferred the 5-star classic that we got at, what is that, Money in the Bank? 2011? 2011. And then SummerSlam, right? Would I have preferred those kind of matches? 100%. Would I have preferred that Raw match that Punk and Cena had in 2003? 100%. But Cena can't do that no more. Cena can't wrestle like that anymore. So unfortunately, he's going to have to make up for it. And that's why I keep telling y'all, he's not going to go babyface. If he goes babyface, he's losing all his matches before he retires. He is. He is. What do you want me to do? But anyways, thank you all so much for being here. John Cena is going to be holding that belt up to SummerSlam, where I am expecting him to retain and Cody not to win the belt. Not right now. Too many variables that will cost Cody, Randy Orton, The Rock, and all that kind of stuff. So, give me your thoughts. How do you feel about the show? Like I said, it was good. Predictable. Everything you thought was going to happen happened exactly how you thought it was going to happen. Maybe not the ending, per se. Cena and Seth had a bit of a back and forth, but all that was just for naught, because Seth Rollins does indeed end up screwing over Punk, and Cena ends up retaining. So, Punk goes after Seth, and then Cena goes after Cody. Roman will be involved soon. I did see that Roman Reigns is on his way back imminently, so whatever he ends up doing, going to be interested to see that. Let's see what happens, guys. Let's see what happens. So, there you go. That's me talking about Night of Champions. I now turn the floor over to you. We are going to crown a new Super Chat champ. Are we? Or are we done? Are we done? And Drew Usher's going to end up retaining. You know what? Let me go ahead and just get this ready, because I have a feeling that Drew Usher is probably going to have a couple of challengers. So just so we're clear, Drew Usher is in the lead with Drew Usher's in the lead with $20. In second place, it is Bryce Blackwood with 10. So, let's see who's going to walk away the Super Chat champ. Very curious to know who wants it. If you likes it and you wants it, let's get it. So while we're winding things down here, let me go ahead and scroll back and see what you guys are talking about. What we talking about? Unfortunately, Evolution hasn't been that good at promoting. Evolution, the women's pay-per-view, I saw a couple of pay-per-view highlights of it on Peacock. I haven't seen much promotion for it when it comes to Raw and SmackDown, if I'm being honest with you. They might want to get on that. The pay-per-view is literally in 2 weeks. It's literally in 2 weeks. Literally. So they're going to need to pick it up. Pick it up! Let's see what they do. 100%. Also, I'm still sad that Punk had to apologize. Oh, Punk apologizing. Guys, I don't care. Who cares? He apologized. Okay. He said he was sorry. It is what it is. He apologized. Not a big deal. It is not a big deal. I'm happy he got that off his chest though, because a lot of people were giving him a hard time about apologizing. Let me see. Thoughts on Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair being a tag team? It was one of those things where I'm sorry, but I don't want Charlotte to be a babyface. I prefer Charlotte to be a heel. She's just better at being a heel instead of a babyface, quite frankly. It's just natural for her. But they're trying to turn her face along with Alexa Bliss, and I'm just like, can we not make them a tag team? I would prefer if we didn't. Anthony Saxon, I felt like Jacob Fatu was robbed all because of Hikuleo and Tongaloa. Well, he was robbed. There's nothing to feel about. He was robbed. They screwed him over. All right. I think we're gonna probably go ahead and call this. So Drew Usher is going to retain his Super Chat Championship, and Drew Usher already announced that if he retained, he was going to defend it at SummerSlam Night 1. So that's what we're gonna do. I forgot who said they were gonna donate 200. I did not see them show up at all. All talk, no game. All gas and all breaks, if I'm being honest with you. But yes, it's looking like Drew Usher is definitely going to retain the Super Chat International Championship with $20. Must have been it was light work for him. Light work. I'm assuming though, let's be real, I'm gonna start assuming that when we get to, what is it? SummerSlam Night 1. You might have to be ready for that one. I think a lot of people might be saving up for SummerSlam, especially that Night 2. That Night 2. Oh, it's gonna be 3 Diglets. All right, so yep, I think it's safe to call it. Congratulations, Drew Usher, for retaining your Super Chat Championship. You will be defending this belt once again at SummerSlam in August. There will be no defense in the month of July, because although July has 3 pay-per-views, July has All In, it has Evolution, and then it has Saturday Night's Main Event. Although Saturday Night's Main Event is not a pay-per-view. There's a special that just so happens to air on Peacock. We're marching down the field. All right, who knows where that comes from? That one might be a little, that reference might be a little too obscure. I'll admit that. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, Drew Usher is going to retain his championship. Congratulations, Drew Usher. The next time Drew Usher defends his belt will indeed be SummerSlam 2025, the first Saturday of that weekend. All right, y'all, you guys are awesome. Thank you so much for joining me here for this lovely live stream of Night of Champions. I appreciate you for making me a part of your day. As you file out, do all the YouTube things, like the video, subscribe, and click that bell to catch all my content when it comes out. Follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and donate using PayPal, Patreon, Cash App, and Venmo. I love you all, and I'll catch you guys next time, right here, in Alyx's world. A place that is, was, and forever will be a safe space for wrestling fans like you. I'm out. Peace. When you're when you're